Hey guys, my name is Angelia, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another speed build. This is for the 100 baby house. If you watched that series, you probably have already seen this house. We did kind of preview it, but this is the actual footage of me building it. I think I timed this out kind of perfectly. It should only be about 2 parts long in terms of how many build parts you're going to be getting, but so this is the first part. I don't know if I mentioned it in the 100 baby series, if I mentioned what I base this off of. If you have ever seen the show Outdaughtered on TLC, totally based this off of their house, not the one that they are currently staying in because their house was full of mold, but this is actually a house that is full of mold that I was basing this off of. I was having a lot of issues, and you'll see it later on, with the upper part of it and trying to get to line up the way I wanted to. Obviously in Sims you're a little bit more restricted in terms of placements of things and things lining up than you would be in real life, but I think it turned out really cute for the most part. Actually, it definitely turned out really cute and expensive because we can't afford to move into it, but it looks good. And you'll see in the second part, I didn't do a ton of furnishing because the cost is already really high. So I kind of try to drop that down. And I think a lot of the issues because I landscaped a lot. And I'm very happy about the landscaping I did. Like, I'm very proud of myself for that one, but I think it kind of screwed me over a little bit in terms of actually being able to afford this house with Blake and her kiddos, so whatever. Oh my god, I totally didn't even realize what I did, because I didn't really have an idea of what I wanted their eventual house to look like, but then I was watching Outdaughtered with my mom and I was like, oh, the house is really cute, maybe I could try to build that. And you know, it's a really big house. They have 6 girls, so I was like, this is probably enough room if I can section off the bedrooms and stuff like that. So I was like, this is a good idea to use. Their oldest daughter's name is actually Blake, which I just realized. Spelled differently though. Anyways, here I am doing some of the roofing, because the roofing has like a really interesting, I don't want to say pattern, but the way it sits. I'm trying to think of the word, but I can't. But like the front bit that I just did, it has a different roof pattern, so I used a different roof tile. That's basically all that was. Here I am trying to figure out exactly how I wanted to size this, because I did want enough room for the bazillion of kids that we're gonna have, and we have to, you know, have room for activities, computers, and all of that stuff eventually. Obviously, we can't afford that right now, so it is what it is. I was trying to do their backyard mostly off of memory. I did have photos up next to me, but there aren't a lot of photos, actually, of the house. I would have to literally just be sitting there watching the show and, like, screen capping it, and I'm far too lazy to do that, so that didn't happen. But, you know, I've seen their house quite a bit, so I know a lot of what it looks like, but obviously some stuff I have to do based off of what I need in The Sims, you know, all that fun stuff. I do love this little roof part that I did. I thought it turned out really cute. I'm very proud of myself for this one, if I do say so myself. I thought it turned out nice, and it actually looks kind of like their house, though. Another issue I was having, which doesn't seem like it's happening right here, but I was having issues with, like, the walls cutting out with the roof. It's weird. I don't know what's going on with the roofing lately, because I've never had that issue before. I was like, okay, well, we'll just deal with it. I do believe at one point I try to make that top bit, you know, that giant arch, I try to make it taller, but it doesn't actually work. Yeah, it looks like I'm dropping it down finally. Because I realized it just didn't line up with the rest of the house, and it just looked kind of weird sitting so high above it. And again, in real life you can get away with that. In The Sims, it just looks a little bit weird, and so I fixed it. I think it looks better this way anyway. It kind of all lines up and it meshes well together, and I'm very happy with that. The front of the house I'm in love with. I also haven't gotten into a lot of the unlocked items, because I do end up using the, you know, the cheat codes and unlocking some items, but suffice it to say, when it comes up, I was laughing hysterically. Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for the roof. Roofing is kind of my mortal enemy in The Sims. Like, I never know exactly how I want to do this. That's why you just saw me, like, zooming in and out, because I was getting really frustrated with it. Ugh. I don't remember what I end up doing with it. I don't remember. Do I fix it off camera? I might have fixed it off camera because I was like, I'm not going to keep recording me being an idiot. But as you can see, I kind of gave up on the roof just then. I was getting really irritated. I do think that's the roof tile I end up. Yeah, see? This roof, it was driving me nuts. Again, it took me a hot minute to fix it. But you know. I really like doing that with the roofing on the outside too, using that, I can't remember, is it hipped roof? Because it's not half hip. I don't know, gabled maybe. No, it's not gabled. Whatever, the one where it's completely like enclosed, that you saw me putting around the edges of that part of the roof, I love doing that now, and that's because when I was building the 4 Immortal Sisters houses for the 2nd season of it with Sabrina, it turned out so pretty. And I'm still in love with the way I did that, so that's why that's there. Was this the house I had a lot of issues with keeping, like, the roof on? And I don't think so. I think it was a recent house I was building. Ugh, it's driving me crazy. Because, like, every time I would build the room, suddenly the ceiling would disappear. I'm like, what? I don't know if it's just me that's been having a ton of issues with the roofing and, like, it actually staying lately, but it's been driving me bonkers, and oof. But this house, it actually it worked out pretty darn well. So that roof. I wanted so bad to have that nice arch type of a shape that they do have in their house, but obviously in The Sims, your wall at the top can't be arched down. So there's no feasible way for me to actually do that, but yeah. Here I'm just testing out some lights. And yeah, I wanted a light to be hanging from the top section of that archway. Obviously I could use the long ones because they could walk under that, because that's not really a usable space. And yeah, I think a lot of the cost for this house wound up being both from windows and from the enormous amount of landscaping I did, which we will be seeing shortly, I'm pretty sure, because I did a lot of it. Even in the thumbnail you guys can see the landscaping, which I'm very proud of, by the way, especially like the little circular planter thing I did. Very proud of myself for that one. I'm just gonna toot my own horn right there because I loved it. I also really love these windows. What pack is this from? Is that from Parenthood? It's hard to see because on my screen it's like super small, but I think that's from Parenthood. I really like the windows that came with Parenthood. Oh my god, I'm blanking. Cats and Dogs windows are really great. Seasons, obviously, because they're pretty cheap. Seasons windows and doors are actually really cheap. That's why I usually try to use them. Same with Strangerville, actually, and I really love the designs that came with Strangerville in terms of built items, because I think we have the Strangerville front door right there. Oh, love it. My throat has been so scratchy lately. It's driving me crazy. Like, it feels like I swallowed sandpaper. I was having issues here. As you can see. But I fixed it. It's fine. It works out. Did I? Yeah, I knew. I was like, I'm pretty sure I put like the little spandrel thingy there. And I did. You know, I wanted a nice big porch area. And it's gonna have some, again, there's gonna be a lot of landscaping done pretty soon. But I did try to do the porches and stuff first because obviously I want it to be around the porches. Here I am just kind of rearranging it. The lot I built this on wound up not being ideal because it went, actually I think this is the 40 by 40 in Newcrest that I built this on. So it's a complete square. But what I really should have done was have something more like a 40 by 30 and then have the 30 facing the street. That way it was longer so I could have a bigger backyard option. But that didn't exactly work out. And in Brindleton Bay, where this house is actually placed now, we don't have a lot of backyard space. But you know, it's fine. We'll figure it out. We can always like wrap it around because I might have to actually wrap around the sides of the house for like a pool and whatnot, but that's fine. It'll work out. I'm not too worried about it. We don't have the money for it anyway, so it doesn't really matter at the moment. Landscaping. It's funny because I used to absolutely hate doing the exteriors of houses. Like, I thought I was terrible at it, and now it's like my favorite part. Like, I prefer doing this as opposed to furnishing now, which is crazy because I used to absolutely love furnishing, but now it just stresses me out. Anyway, oh my god, I'm like dying. This is going to be the sweet circular planter thing I was talking about. It turned out really well, and I'm very pleased by it. I'm very proud of myself. Yeah, I really enjoyed doing this part. So I'm just kind of, I'm just trying to get the colors right and what I want it to look like. And then I just end up filling this spot with a bunch of flowers and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure I wind up moving it though, because I realized it was right in front of the stinking house, and I was like, oh, this is weird. I can't do that. But you know, it's fine. Actually, I'm wondering if I moved the house itself for this part. I might have just shifted the entire house and moved the plants that are up against the wall because I didn't already do the dirt and whatnot. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the way this flower bed came out. Oh, it kind of reminds me of, was my grandma at their house. They had like bricks going around a tree. It was a fruitless plum, and she had a bunch of like seasonal flowers that would grow there, and I actually think they were snapdragons that I really liked, which is funny because obviously we have those in The Sims, and they make you a lot of money. Well, not as much as the birds of paradise, but you know, beggars can't be choosers when you're trying to make money in The Sims. But yeah, it just reminded me of that, so that was the main reason I really wanted to try this out and do it for myself, and just do something a little bit different than what I usually do in terms of landscaping, so, you know. And it came out pretty, and I really love those flowers that came with Island Living. They offer so much color and so much coverage for another thing. Like, I covered most of that ground around the tree. Yeah, I was trying to do like another planter box over here, and it just was not cooperating whatsoever. It was being a pain in the butt. I'm pretty sure I eventually gave up on this. You're gonna see me trying it a bunch, but I gave up. Because, see, it kept cutting in to the other side, and it was making me crazy. And then I couldn't cut away that floor. It cut away all of the floor. It was a disaster. So, I'm pretty sure do I use a fence? I either use fence or rocks. I don't remember entirely. But I think I just mimic what I did on the other side of the front door entrance instead of doing the flower bed. Which is kind of a bummer, because I really wanted it to work. It was not working. So, I gave up. As you can see, I gave up. So I just put in a fence. Because, yeah, I was frustrated. I don't remember if that's the fence I actually stick with, but I do like that fence. It's cute if I do use it. It's just like a simple white picket fence, you know? It's cute. But as you can see, I'm just kind of filling it in with some greenery at this point, because I'm annoyed with it. I'm getting frustrated just looking at it, honestly. Like, I also wish if you have oh my god, if you have move objects on, I feel like the bigger plants, you know how, oh my gosh, what was my phone doing? No. I feel like the ones with the bigger footprints, I hate that they automatically snap up to the foundation height. I wish they would just stay ground level. Like, let me place you close to the wall without you snapping up, especially if I'm tilting things. Like, I don't know. It's frustrating. Especially when you're rotating the objects. Like, you just saw me kind of struggling with a 4-footprint one. I was rotating it and it just kept snapping up, so I couldn't use it. But, you know, that's fine. I still made it work, and it looks cute. Yeah, I used rocks. Oh gosh, yeah. See, I had unlocked some stuff. I do believe, yeah, I do change some of the colors to make it a little bit more interesting instead of just a bunch of gray rocks, you know? I just wanted to make it slightly different than what I usually do, but, you know, it's still what I do. And, again, I'm pretty sure most of the cost of this house came from the landscaping. Like, the landscaping and the walls, for sure. Like, I don't even think it's the objects at this point. It's the landscaping. Not now looking at what I'm doing. I wish landscaping things were free, because, like, really, they don't serve any purpose except to look pretty. Like, it's just outdoor decorations. They're not growing. You can't gain skills off of them. So why do they cost so much money? Why is that a thing? Why can't they be for free? Because that would make my life so much easier, and then I could do whatever I wanted with my landscaping. Like, I hate when I have to cut that down, because I want to make the outside of the house look really nice, and then it's just like, ugh. Especially when the terrain paint is free. Oh. This... There it is. There's the baby. This baby changes spots throughout this build, I'm gonna warn you now. But he is a staple. I had decided that he was going to be, like, our mascot for this challenge. He's the giant baby coming out of the ground. I do put him on the roof at one point, but, like, his feet stick through, and it was, like, hanging through the roof, and you could see it with the walls down, and it drove me nuts. So, I do end up moving him once you see me put him on the roof. He does change. So don't worry. So here I am just trying to do a little dining area. Their dining area is kind of tucked away. It's right by the kitchen. I'm in love with the way the kitchen turned out, by the way. Obviously the colors of the walls and stuff are not set here. I'm just kind of placing items to see where I need them, how much room, and all that fun stuff. So I think in the next video you'll be seeing me going through all the paint options and, you know, actually furnishing the house instead of wasting time landscaping and putting a giant baby on my front lawn. You know, the usual stuff that you do in The Sims. I don't know, man. I don't know why. When I saw it, I was cracking up laughing. I immediately texted Emily and she was like, "What is that?" It was the funniest thing. I was almost peeing my pants because I was laughing so hard. It was great. It still makes me laugh a lot. I love that baby. I love the baby. I wound up deleting a lot of things from the furnishing of this house so my family could afford it a little bit sooner, not much sooner, but I was like, this is the one thing I can't delete, is the baby mascot. It has to stay. And I kept him, and he is still in the house. We're just waiting to buy it. Gotta make a lot of money for that one, but, you know, we'll get there. She'll make money once I can buy a computer back and she can actually do her hacking job. I do still want to do... Oh yeah, I really wanted a space for the parenthood board. Yeah, I was trying to fit it into those little cabinets, but there wasn't enough room and all that fun jazz, so I just stuck it over there. What was I saying? I don't remember. I'm distracted because I'm being freaking texted. Yeah, I watch a lot of the Murder Channel lately, by the way. And by the Murder Channel, I mean Investigation Discovery. My mom got me started on it. Yeah, kind of love that sort of thing. So, like, anything true crime I'm really interested in. And, I found some sweet custom content recently. Someone made CC of the old Volkswagen bugs. And if you aren't familiar, if you are a little bit younger, you might not really know who Ted Bundy is. American serial killer, one of the most notorious ones, and he drove an old VW bug. I'm so creepily, like, tempted to put that into my game. Just to make me laugh. I mean, I sympathize with those victims, because everything that happened was absolutely terrible, but, it's just funny seeing that. You know what's irritating are those... I have certain wall decorations that I can't use. It tells me something's missing, but I have the mesh. Usually if a mesh is missing, it just won't place. It just tells me that something's wrong. It's really frustrating. But anyways, I probably won't put the bug into the game. I just thought it was interesting when I saw it. It's like, oh, this is a... But yeah, I really enjoy true crime and learning about it, and people are crazy. Like, it's frightening to think about, in all honesty. So here I am trying to do, like, a little study area. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I wind up putting computers in here, and then I have to delete them later on because she cannot afford this. So, that's a thing that happened. because we do not have a lot of money. Yeah, they're the computers. They're no longer there. The house is actually pretty bare at this point. I removed quite a few things. Even just from this little bit, I removed quite a few objects, just so I could try to afford it sooner. You know, currently we're living in Windenburg, which is just kind of like a pit stop, because you guys voted on Brindleton, so we will be living in Brindleton Bay. It's just a matter of us getting the funds necessary to do so, because I think this house is like 70-something thousand, 80,000. It's closer to 80,000 than it is 70. I'll admit that, because I'm pretty sure when I did finish it was like 83 or 84,000. But with a lot of the stuff that I deleted, I was able to knock it down a couple grand, which is good. And you'll also be seeing me struggle with the shower area over here in the next part. Oh, that shower area and I were not friends. See, there's the baby's feet hanging through. Just chilling on the roof. And I had actually forgotten that I put that baby there, and it scared the bejesus out of me when I saw it. When, like, I just saw feet hanging through and, like, cracking my knuckles. But it was still very funny. I'm still laughing about the baby. It's really funny. So I think we are actually coming towards the end of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this first part of the speed build for the 100 baby house. There will be a second part to complete the build, obviously. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have a magical day. I'm gonna leave you guys with some music to finish this out. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye!